Hi, I'm Toby Mosdale, I'm the chef here at Rangemoors. Today we're going to be doing two dishes on two different appliances. First we're going to be doing a slow roast shoulder of lamb with a slight little twist on it, and the other one we're going to do is a hot smoked salmon in the Morso outdoor oven. So the first dish that we're going to do today is slow roast lamb shoulder in the oven. It takes about 6 hours this one, so you've got a long time to prep it if you need to, sort of your Sunday afternoon dish if you want to do that. We're going to do it on a nice little tomato confit and some sourdough bruschetta as well. To start with, I'm just going to chop the shallots and season the lamb. That's going to go in the oven then for about an hour. It's just literally as simple as that. It's just 3 shallots and the shoulder of lamb in a tray in the oven. And you don't want to season it too much because you don't want to overpower the salt. Okay, so what we're going to do after we've pulled that out of the oven is we're just going to put in the garlic and the red wine, and we're going to use a little bit of rosemary as well because it pairs really nicely with lamb. Back in the oven for another 4 hours now for that. On a really gentle heat. Turn your oven down to about 120. On the SA you want to be looking at about gas mark 3 or 4 on that one, getting it nice and low. Okay, so while that's in the oven cooking away slowly, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the tomato confit. Really, again, another simple dish. You want to do this once you've taken your lamb out after its first hour, because it only takes about 2 to 2.5 hours to cook for this one. So we're using a kilogram of fresh tomatoes here, about 100 mils of olive oil, splash of sherry vinegar, a couple of garlic cloves and salt and pepper. That is literally it. And at the very last minute what we're going to do is we're going to chop some fresh mint and put that through it. You don't put the mint in at the beginning because what you do is you kill the flavour. So what we're trying to do at the end of this dish is just uplift it with a little bit of mint and just give it that last little punch of flavour. So it's literally, again, all in one pan. I try and keep the cut side of the tomatoes face down. And it's just really to protect that flesh underneath the skin, but with the SA you get constant all-round heat anyway, so you do get a nice even cooking in the oven on that one. So we've got a little bit of heat, and then we're going to put it back on the side, and all we're going to do is put a little chartreuse on it, and that is basically just a little round bit of paper cut out of parchment, nice and touch onto the contact of the tomatoes, and then in the bottom of your oven with your lamb as well. So not only do you get the flavours from your lamb going in, infusing into your oil, you also get a nice even cooking temperature because you want it low and slow basically. So you need a slow, for the confit it needs to be slow cooked, and then you're leaving that in there for about 2 hours then. So our lamb's coming out the oven in about 10 minutes. So what we want to do now is we want to get the little bits of bruschetta ready. So I've just got a nice sourdough here, nothing fancy. And what we're going to do is just slice a few slices of that. And then bruschetta is really easy. Get a nice griddle pan hot on the side of your cooker. Get it so it's nice and hot, and then just a little bit of oil and rub some garlic over the top of your bread as well. And then face down for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then flip it over, and then you get a nice golden brown colour. And then pull that aside onto a plate. And then all we're going to do is we've mashed down the tomatoes already. They're nice and confit now. So we just put the confit onto the top of the bruschetta. Because of the oil, you don't need to butter the bread or anything like that. It's all nice and moist in there as well. So we're going to put the confit on top, and then what I've done as well is I've just taken some of the lamb off the bone, shredded it with 2 forks. It's that simple because it literally, after that amount of time in the oven, it just falls off the bone. So we're just doing 2 forks, and we're going to go in a cross motion. And then what we do is literally just place it on top, and then to finish it we'll just put a little bit of mint on the top as well. And that's it. So the other recipe we're going to be doing today is a hot smoked salmon with a little new potato and radish salad and a little bit of salsa verde. We're going to do that on the Morso outdoor oven, and the reason we're using this, the outdoor oven, is because it's so quick and so simple and so easy to use. We've got some nice heat in there. It's a big cast iron oven, so it's really good for retaining heat. The inside of there gets to about 300-400 degrees, and once you know what you're doing with the oven, it's really controllable. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just put the potatoes onto boil. This is literally like a 15-20 minute recipe. So we're going to put the potatoes onto boil. They're going to come up to the heat nice and easy. The next thing we're going to do is just season the salmon. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. This time I'm going to put a bit of tarragon over the top of it, just to make it another flavour depth into that salmon. Put it onto the trivet from Morso, and then we're going to put that trivet straight into the oven. Put the smoking cap on and the door on, and then just going to leave that for about 15 minutes until it's cooked. You don't need to check it. because chances are once you've pushed the ashes back and everything like that, it's not going to burn. So like I say, 10 to 15 minutes is perfect for that. And in the meantime, you're going to get your salsa verde ready. So it's nice and simple. So just capers, a little bit of garlic, loads of fresh herbs. Use what you want. Today I'm using tarragon, chives and flat leaf parsley. I've put a little bit of Dijon mustard and a little bit of sherry vinegar in there as well, just again for an added depth of flavour. And then once that's done, what we're going to do is chop some radish, some nice little baby radishes, chop them nice and thin. Don't bother cooking them, don't bother peeling them, give them a nice wash of course, but that's about it. Once the potatoes are ready, leave them halved, okay, and then just put a good knob of butter in there. We want to be really generous with the butter. Once you've got the butter in there, just crush them with the back of a spoon or a fork, whatever you want. So we're going to go check the salmon. Salmon's about ready to go, so bring the salmon inside. We've got the salsa verde done, we've got the new potatoes ready, so what we'll do is we'll just dress the plate nicely. So we put the salmon on the plate as whole, few crushed new potatoes, a little bit of that butter on the top, and then just finish it with some radish and some salsa verde. And that's a nice fresh spring dish that you can use, and it's just lovely and so simple and easy in the outdoor oven.